Today I'm going to show you how I make a slaw that is cheap and easy and healthy and delicious, and I eat it just about every day in some way, shape, or form. This is good as a good base just for a salad if you like eating salads for lunch like I do, and it's good in other things too. I'll talk about that more at the end, but first we're going to start off with just some regular green cabbage. This is just the cheap cabbage, and some store-bought carrots, and about a pound of them. First thing I'm going to do is cut off the ends of those carrots and get those leafy ends off, and also the root tips, and get those off of there. And the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and peel those carrots. If you got fresh carrots from your garden or from your local farmer's market, you might leave the skin on, but these are store-bought carrots. These carrots have been sitting in a cold storage warehouse for months, and want to go ahead and get those skins off. And give these carrots a quick rinse just to get any dirt or anything off of there, because we're going to be eating this raw. And I'm also going to rinse off the knife and the paper plate that I used to cut those dirty parts of the carrots off, because we're going to reuse that for the cabbage. So the carrots, I'm going to go ahead and insert those into the food processor. This is just a regular food processor, nothing fancy here. It's got shredding. Looks like I got the wrong attachment in here. This has got a blade attachment. That's for slicing. And then on the other side is a shredding side. And for the carrots, I want to do shredding. And we'll switch it around later and use the blade for the cabbage. But I'm going to go ahead and get these carrots all shredded up. And after shredding carrots, inevitably there's going to be a few chunks left at the top, and those are the perfect little snack to munch on while you're making this slaw. Yeah, those are good. Alright, so there's our gorgeous shredded carrots. Look at that color. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and dump those into a great big bowl, or you could dump them out onto like a cookie sheet or whatever kind of container that you have around, but I like to use a great big bowl. You'll see why later. But yeah, there's our carrots in the bowl. Now I'll move on to the cabbage. It's pretty clean looking cabbage here, but I'm still going to remove a couple of the outermost layers just to get rid of that stuff from the store. And yeah, that's looking pretty clean, but I'm still going to give it a little wash anyway, just to get off any dirt, because remember, I'm going to be eating this raw. So to cut this, I like to cut it kind of in a specific way that avoids having to deal with cutting out the core. And so basically I'm going to cut from the bottom and angle it kind of in towards the core. And I'll show you this more here as we cut more into this cabbage, but that's the first cut. And to get the pieces of the cabbage to fit into my food processor, I cut it in about 2-inch wide pieces. Cut them. You'll need to cut them to whatever kind of food processor you have, so it'll fit in that slot in your food processor. But this is what works for mine. And like I said before, we're going to use the blade for the cabbage. If you use the shredder side for the cabbage, what you're going to get is just little tiny bits of like cabbage pellets. And while you can still eat that, it still tastes fine and everything, I prefer the shredded style cabbage. Go ahead and dump that cabbage in the big bowl with the carrots, and proceed to just go ahead and make the next cut. Again, like I said, I'm just cutting kind of inward toward the core all the way through out to the end of the cabbage. And I'll just go ahead and finish cutting this cabbage here and show you what I end up with. So what you end up with is basically like a pyramid shape of the cabbage, and the core is in there. And you do get a little bit of waste there, a little bit of cabbage that you don't get to use, but in my opinion, this is way, way, way easier than trying to dig that core out. And, I just go ahead and just throw this whole piece away. So shredding up the rest of the cabbage, it'll take a few batches. Dump it all in there in the big bowl with the carrots. Next thing is to mix it up, and I like to use 2 spoons. You can use your hands or tongs or whatever kitchen tool that you're comfortable using, but I like to use 2 spoons. And I just kind of reach down and lift up, and the bowl kind of turns by itself while I do that, and yeah, just mix until it's all mixed up and good, and there's your finished slaw. I like it heavy on the carrots, as you can see. It's probably about, I don't know, 70-30, maybe even 60-40 cabbage to carrots. But this is just such a great base for really any salad. I like to use this instead of lettuce, actually, in a salad. But I'm going to keep this in a Ziploc bag, a 1-gallon bag here, and you might be thinking that all this big bowl of slaw is not all going to fit in this bag, but it will. Just watch and see here. And I found that the best way to do this is just with my hands. I've tried different ways to try and get the slaw from the bowl to the bag, and it just, the way that works the best with the least mess is just a handful at a time. And it's looking like it's getting full, but it's not really. So just bang it down on the counter a little bit. It'll kind of settle down and create some more space, get the rest of it in. So it's all in. Gonna seal the bag up all the way to the edge, then push down and squeeze out the air out to the edge, seal it up. Basically got some vacuum packed package of slaw there, and if you keep it like that, it'll last more than a week in your refrigerator. And I eat this all week long. Like I said, I eat it just about every day, and it keeps really well in the fridge. So there's that slaw. And like I said, I eat it for salads a lot, but you can also use it for other things. It's great to throw into like a vegetable stir fry. Works good for that. And there's a variety of different salads. I'm planning on showing that on this channel here, so stay tuned for a bunch of salad videos where I show you how I use this slaw for salads. But what I'm going to show you right now is what I'm going to eat for lunch today. Of course, I'm going to take that slaw that we just made, and this is basically a rendition or kind of riff on tuna salad, and I kind of refer to this as tuna salad. But yeah, we're starting off with the slaw, and then the next thing I'm going to add is some red onion, maybe just 2 or 3 slices of red onion go in there. And the next thing I'm going to add is some pickles. These are some dill pickles. They're refrigerator pickles, so they're a little crunchier than the cooked pickles you can buy at the store. And I really like these over the cooked pickle kind. But I'm just going to go ahead and rough chop these into like a very, very chunky relish, basically. And this is going to give the salad a very, vinegary, pickly flavor. And then the tuna. Now, this is high quality tuna. It's albacore tuna, white meat. If you don't like tuna, it's a good possibility that you've just never had good canned tuna. And I would recommend, instead of buying the cheapest tuna that they have on the shelf, spend the extra 20 cents and get yourself some albacore white tuna. And it's vastly better than the cheap cans of tuna that you find at the grocery store. It's a lot. It's so much better. And a few croutons. Gotta love the croutons. Of course, that's optional, but they just add such a nice crunch. And since I've got such a vinegary thing going on with all those pickles, I like to combine that with a sweet salad dressing. And this is the Vidalia onion. I've had poppy seed dressing is pretty good on this salad also. Give that a mix. And oh yeah, forgot, I like a little pepper in there too in this salad. And there's a tuna salad, and that's what I'm eating for lunch today. And it's just really good, healthy, and filling lunch. The slaw is really filling, and I hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.